Okay, I was a little bit late for this. Had a few last-minute things that needed to be dealt with. But now everything seems to be in order. I think the audio should be a little better. Maybe, maybe not. I'll probably be streaming for about an hour. Don't know how far I'll get, but it's something that I need to do. Something I want to do. And, give me 1 second, I'm almost ready. Okay. Got everything in the world. Okay. I've got everything set up. So this is Super Mario Bros. 3, and this is a hack that makes Luigi playable in single player and brings over his physics from Super Mario The Lost Levels. And so yeah, I'm going to be playing that. It's still a work in progress like the first game. And so yeah, we're going to see how this works out. Whoops-a-daisy. Just spoiled the whole surprise. There we go. Get things going. I'm going to start the Luigi game. Again, this is something I always wanted when I was a kid. And as you can see, he's very floaty, and he's also very slippery. I guess Luigi just puts floor polish on the soles of his shoes. That's how he gets that nice, slick action. And, oh, there, yeah. I think they did a really good job with the physics here. And, yeah. Let's, fly. I think it feels a little weird to fly, too, but it is what it is. But anyway, Super Mario 3 is a game that I've always really enjoyed. It's one of the earliest memories I've got playing this game. And even if it's, you know, not perfect, it doesn't hold up in every way, it still holds a soft spot in my heart, and it still was really big when it came out, and I still really love it. It's still really up there for me. But of course, you know, taste is subjective. And, always checking everything. I don't want a repeat of what happened last time with the stream completely dropping, and me not even realizing it. But we'll just see how it goes. If it happens again, I might have to check out Twitch, see if that does anything different. But yeah, the hilly levels. I remember in Mario Maker, the first one didn't have any slopes, I don't think. And so, when they brought them back in Mario Maker 2, that was considered a big deal, and everyone was so excited we got slopes. We got a feature that was introduced back in 1989 in Japan, and everyone was just so excited that we got it back after all these years. It was incredible. This was just real moment of wonder. Okay, I'll do 3. I think I'll do the whistle trick, but I'm not actually going to use it. Might get the coin heaven here. Yeah, Luigi's physics. In the advanced version, he had the jumping animation, but he didn't actually have the physics unless you were in the e-reader world. And so that was always a bit of a missed opportunity, but they were... Oh, there's a 1-up up there. I forgot. But that was always kind of a missed opportunity, but they were kind of advertising it as Game Boy Player compatible, which basically just meant that they gave it a traditional 2-player mode, unlike the previous advanced games, which were set up as single-player experiences. And I think it was kind of lesser for that because I mean, play the console versions if you want to take turns, or just take turns. I mean, now we've got this, so that's really cool. Of course, there's no multiplayer in the e-reader world, so that's why he had the physics in those levels. Oh, a flower. That's nice. And I'm going to skip level 4 just to make it a brisk thing. This level is pretty much a cinch. I'll probably grab the whistle here too. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. I'm not using it. But it would be faster, I think. It's so weird. But anyway, get up here. Make sure everything's alright. Good. Everything seems to be healthy. Sorry about this, I'm just... Okay. Gotta juggle so many things back and forth here. Although it is complaining about the video resolution, but that's intentional. Yep. Like I said, it's just... It was... I think it was just because it was the Game Boy player. Yeah, exactly. And I missed that when I was a kid. I liked being able to play as Luigi on his own. Like, I expected it, actually. And I saw him with the, like, flutter jump-esque animation where he kicked his legs. But the physics weren't there. But when you got World E, it was all single-player, so they felt safe doing it there, but then it just made it inconsistent. But I mean, Advance 4 did some cool stuff, though, so... The e-reader stuff, I mean, locking it behind the e-reader, you know, they didn't know it was going to fail so miserably, so... But it had a lot of cool content, and it never really lived up to its full potential, either. It would have been really cool to have seen. I think there's a lot of unused stuff that never ended up being used. So they had a lot more plans, but the e-reader is just such a flop. And it's a shame, too. But, I mean, you know, it just never caught on. I guess they were just trying to cash in on the card game craze, and so they made them into cards, and it just didn't pan out. You had to have a link cable and everything, and it was probably just considered too cumbersome, and probably wasn't advertised very well. I think it was a little bit more successful in Japan. But I have absolutely no idea. Some more games had it in Japan. But they're used to having their silly little things like that there. Fight the Hammer Brother. Yep. I can't remember the specifics. I think there was some kind of switch that did something. I just don't remember. I read up on this a long time ago, but it's just a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, these days, you know, if Nintendo had some modern Super Mario collection of these, like, classic NES games that were, like, ports, and had extra things like that for DLC, you know, that would work, I'd think. But then again, I mean, at this point, who would pay all the money for the games repackaged yet again? And they'd probably revamp the graphics again and probably make them look like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, which aren't the greatest aesthetic. I wish Nintendo would go back... Here we go. I wish Nintendo would go back to pixel art for something. They could do a Mario game, and it could be a budget title, probably even on like the eShop, and they could make it pixel art, because pixel art, you know, made a big comeback quite some time ago. So I think that would be really cool. So yeah, here you go. Koopa battles are very easy. They do change them up a bit later, but they're pretty easy when it starts out. I don't think any of them ever really give me trouble anymore, though. Maybe when I'm small, but this transition was always really nice. An interesting thing that kind of always bothered me, when the clouds slow down, they're supposed to look like the camera is slowing down. That's why Luigi or Mario, whoever you're playing as, starts falling faster because the camera stops keeping up with them. In the Game Boy Advance version, they made the clouds move faster, which makes it look like Mario and Luigi are falling faster, which just doesn't really make any sense, but it was always just a little tiny thing that bothered me. It was just unnecessary, but just weird. I wonder if it was even a mistake, probably. These little things. On the... I don't know if these are called Micro Goombas. I know the things inside are Micro Goombas. I don't know if the enemies are specifically called, but I know in the NES version it was a little easier to tell where they were because they didn't animate. They didn't have the shining animation, the little flashing animation that the regular bricks have. I think they actually reinstated that in the Super Mario Advance 4 version. It's been a while since I've played that. But, yeah. The music in that one was always a little weak sounding. It was a little closer to this than the other Advance games were. But it had this really tinny drum sample. It was very weird. But I mean, the Game Boy Advance didn't have any real sound hardware to speak of except for the Game Boy sound circuits. And, everything was on software, as far as I know. I always get the N-Spade card game here. It's just a memory game. Well, it's not even really memory. It kind of is, but... Oh, that was luck. Let's see. Oh, that wasn't lucky. You have to memorize them, but it's not traditional. Ah, that was close. I know this level, if you get all of the coins, I think you get... I can't remember what you get. It's been too long. But I plan on doing it. I get all of these first, I guess, and then I'll go back. And I'm playing like a fool again. But it's easier with Luigi. Okay, I think that's all of the regular coins. Get the P-switch now. And then I can get the rest. Come on. God, I'm playing like a coward now. Okay, I'll get the P-switch and then I'll get... Well, I guess I'll hit it and I'll go back. I cannot believe I'm doing this. I'll just blame it on the physics, because I'm not used to them. Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assessment. Super Mario Advance 2 and 4 sounding really weak. Super Mario Advance 2... Ah! I botched it! Whatever. Yeah, Advance 3, yeah, that sounded very much like the Super NES, just slightly more compressed. They did a really good job with that. And it makes me wonder why other games didn't follow suit. Not only that, but there's also like hacks of the Final Fantasy games that... Oh, I got it anyway. Huh. It was a white Toad house in the NES, and I was thinking of that. Strange shop and wonderful things. I thought you had to get every single coin. Maybe it's... I can't remember. I remember the Advance 4 had a sort of meter. So you could keep track of how many coins you had, and you had to collect all of those. It might not have been every coin then. I can't remember. It's been so long. But yeah, it's just... There was hacks of Final Fantasies 4, 5, and 6 on the Game Boy Advance that made them sound a lot more like the Super NES version, so... I think, you know, a lot of developers probably just didn't care. Because, I mean, it did probably take more effort to get it sounding better. And so I guess they figured out, well, you know, people are just going to be listening on the little tinny speakers. So, who really cares? Check things real quick. I need to get a new setup here. Yeah. Okay, everything seems to be good. Sorry about that. Holy crap. Yeah, my stream kept disconnecting late last night, so I'm just checking every once in a while periodically to make sure it's healthy. There's gotta be a better way to do that, but I've only got a single screen in here. Unless there's a way to do it on one of the apps I'm not aware of. Yeah, another game, Breath of Fire 2, I remember. Sounded really close to the Super NES version on the Game Boy Advance. Of course, the game in general was kind of so lazy that they kept the original garbage translation. If they would have retranslated it from the start when they brought it over, it would have basically rendered the Super NES one obsolete, as far as I'm concerned. But they didn't, so the only thing it really brought to the table, as far as I remember, is the run button. I think I'll get the item from the Toad House. Yeah, Mother 3's got really, really good sounding music. That's a game I've only played like the first 2 hours of it though, and that was years ago. I really need to get back into it. I've played Earthbound many times. I need to play that. Maybe Mother 1, even though it's kind of got a lot of things that make it a little more dated. But it's something I've always wanted to check out, but I like Earthbound a lot. Mother 3, I know it's supposed to be a really good game, and I liked what I played. It's just as with a lot of other things, I played a lot of games. I mean, there's a lot of games I've played. Wow, that was pathetic. Well, I still got the sun, so whatever. That's, environmental hazards there. That's not really a good thing for me to be doing. Taking out the sun, that's like the most vital thing. Yeah. You know, just one of the things that, there's a lot of lost games and lost development versions of games and prototypes and stuff that I'd like to see, like the Sonic 1 prototype. I know it's unlikely. I'd like to see... There's some early footage of Super Mario 3 that's quite different looking in terms of level layout. And Super Mario World has a lot of differences, and then obviously all the Ocarina of Time prototypes. But I always was really interested in the N64 version of Mother 3. Just wondering how much of it had changed by the time it was released on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I always do it, but it always feels like it's just luck. The crazy thing about that stage... Huh. Wait, was the star here? No, but it was right here. Yes, okay. Hold on. Oh, that wasn't lucky. Okay. That clears things up. I'll go to this level. But yeah, my brother showed me a few years ago that you don't even have to get a running start. Wait, there's a little secret here. I'll just get the secret. You don't even have to get a running start to go through the tornado thing. Well, also is something I only learned a couple years ago, is if you just sit here, chain chomps eventually get loose. I didn't know that years ago. But you don't have to get a running start to get to the tornadoes. I'm thinking of another part of the level. I remember there being a beanstalk or a vine or whatever. He does this thing where he just like walks up to it and jumps at just the right time. Yeah, not much. Here, this is what I was thinking of. I don't know how much of this game I'm going to be playing tonight. I'll just play as long as I can really handle it, because there's a lot of other things going on in my life. But that's what this is for. These are things I've always wanted to do, help me get my mind off of things and to do other things. But I should be able to get a good way into it. Where is it? Where is the P-switch? Right in the middle. I wasted a bunch of coins then. There we go. But yeah. Not only that, but... Ooh! I forgot about that. Yeah, this should be a bit more of an interesting stream anyway. Because, I mean, Super Mario 3 has a lot more stuff going on anyway. And then I expect all the other ports. Oh. Usually I only get stars when I get a running start. Okay. Now fight the boomerang brother. Can't remember what it gives me. With Luigi's physics, you can easily just jump right on top of them like that. Now I got the hammer, and I can break that boulder up there. What does this one have? This one has the music box, doesn't it? Yeah, there's this... I guess it's just Super Mario 1 is just so basic, it's classic. I'm not saying it's a bad game and wasn't historically important. Oh yeah, hey, how are things going? But, yeah, Super Mario 1's just such a basic game. I just don't really have a whole lot to say that hasn't already been said, but Super Mario 3, it's a much deeper game, and there's a lot more for me to talk about, a lot more of my experiences, a lot more of, just stuff to talk about. Really, the game just has a lot more to give me. There's so many different versions, I've done so many things, I have a lot of memories. There's a lot more actions for me to take. That's good. I got this. I'll always like that little 3. It's always a nice little touch. This level, years ago when I was a kid, I didn't know my way around it. I used to always just break all the blocks. I don't even need that, that's just another leaf. But I know the path straight away now. And, there we go. I don't even really need this, I've got the tail. Oh, here's a little thing. On the NES version, I mean, this is a well-known thing, but the hidden blocks all have slightly different palettes where they are because of the way the palette's read. It reads the palette of the block instead of the palette of the stars in the background. So you basically see orange stars and you know where the hidden blocks are in underground levels in the NES version. Which is a much more concise and elegant way of wording that, instead of that sloppy word salad I said. Oh yeah, those. I thought it might have been that, but I thought maybe I was just being an idiot. I thought it's either that or the NES World Championships cartridge, which, no, I was like, oh, I thought that was just the original Super Mario Brothers, so I was a little confused. But I thought it was on my end, but... Oh yeah, and then the, another thing I never really mentioned, but it's just common knowledge and all the bosses. Not the bosses, the kings. Imagine them being the bosses. All the kings, different in the Super NES version. Although I think the king in this world was still a spider, just not the Super Mario 2 spider. So they didn't really have to do a whole lot to change that in this version. But, yeah. No, I shouldn't have grabbed that. That's not going to help me. Well, I mean, it might against the Koopa Kid. I think, is it Morton's the boss of this one? I never really remember. Doesn't really matter. They're all very easy. For me, anyway. And the Rocky Wrenches. Looking quite red. It's a lot easier to bounce on enemies with Luigi's new physics. But yeah, the Star World, not the Star World, the Specials World, Super Mario World, When I finally found out about that when I was a kid, that was like one of the first really big secrets that I uncovered when I was a wee tyke. Or a wee lad, as people on the internet say. Some people, I guess. But it was really cool. It took me forever to beat, I think it was Tubular. I didn't even know that those were like ways of saying, just different ways of saying cool. And then one of the levels I think was cool. I didn't know what in the world Tubular meant. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's fine. You're all right. I just thought that I was being the idiot. So that's fine. I always tend to second guess myself. But another thing I'm hoping about with these streams is that I'll be able to articulate myself better and come up with more interesting conversations. Speaking of which, the bloopers in this game, I could go up here, and I will go up here. The bloopers in this game just are kind of weird compared to like all the other appearances. They're just really squat. And then you got the blooper parents, or blooper mothers. I don't know what they're actually called. So this game doesn't really have a, yes, yeah, it's alright. But yeah, the blooper family, or whatever they're called. I don't know if those ever even made another appearance in any of the other, like, new Super Mario games. Luigi's overalls look rather shiny. And then Toad has a nose. For some reason, I never really noticed that for the longest time. It's so weird that Toad has a nose. Oh, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? It was... Wait. There we go. Where was the... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, you mean at the top of the, Yeah, I think I forgot to set it to low latency. But yeah, the top of the level. Oh yeah, and again, speaking of the secrets, the special zone, or special world, what's a special zone? I can't remember. I think I'm mixing that, and there I screwed up the chain of... I thought I could have made it up there. When I finally beat the special world or zone or whatever it was. And then the colors changed. And I'm like, oh, wow. It's autumn time now. And then I go to the level, and then I see all the enemies, all of the Koopas, are these weird Mario head things. And I'm like, okay, this is really strange. But that was like one of my first accomplishments in gaming. In the olden days. Okay, the frog suit. I never used this. I mean... I might as well just use it now, I guess. I can't remember which level this is. No, it's this level. It doesn't matter. I'll be fine even with it. Or not. Whatever. What a waste. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. And here I go. The boss bass. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump up. There's a beanstalk somewhere, but it doesn't really matter because it's just to help you get out of the way. And I don't really need that with Luigi. And his superior jumping, he makes this way easier now. So that's something. Here's a water graphic that doesn't really... Yeah. Okay. Always just keep periodically checking back on the stream, because I can't view everything at once with my current setup. But I'm new, I'll probably figure it out. Okay, this one is the 6th door, isn't it? Wait, I think I just missed it. No, I didn't. Oh, it's just playing the game for so many years. I like the Super Mario Brothers live-action movie with Big Bertha. That was a really nice change. But that movie, you know, as crazy as it was, I've got a huge soft spot for it. It was just like the aesthetic I really enjoy. Like in all honesty, even if the plot was really goofy and all over the place, and I find it charming how they adapted the enemies into just like different like people and like different creatures. It was so loose, and like Thwomp was like some club or something. Instead of it being a Thwomp, they just referenced the name Thwomp. Okay, water level or land level. You know, this was the level I was thinking of, and now my frog suits. No, I've got this one. I'll just go ahead and do it. I don't use this, like, ever at all. I'm one of those people who hoards items in games. If I get a cool item, I'm like, oh, well, I might use this another time. I can't get up there like this. But, even though I know better, why would I get that? Oh, if I hold A, I'm faster. I forgot about that. It's actually kind of hard to control like that. It's been so long since I've used the frog suit because of that. Even though I know basically the levels I need it. But yeah, it's just it's like in RPGs. I always hold back all of my best items, even though I should probably be using them. But that is what it is. Okay, now I'm gonna do level 4. Oh, and then the way those gates are, I'll be able to do the mushroom house after this. If you look closely, you can see a little bit of the background through the bottom of the pipe. This is a really nerdy thing to say, that they could have put different ground tiles there to prevent that. I'll get this now. I don't need the frog suit. Just kind of annoying. It's just, you know, I love... Well, that makes that a lot easier now. And there's a P-switch here that brings a bunch of coins. I hardly ever go for all of these. And I won't be able to. Luigi's just too slow. And then there's Lakitu. He's really not in this game very often. You know, I always wondered what would happen if we had green spinies instead of just the green spiny eggs. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very low-budget cartoon made on the cheap, but I watched it growing up, so I've got a massive soft spot for it. I actually like just old cheesy cartoons in general. I recently got into G1 Transformers, and that is that is something. I can't remember where anything's at now. So, do I still have a hammer? Yes, I do. I'll use it. But yeah. But I guess, I mean, it helps. I grew up with a lot of cheesy 80s and early 90s cartoons. So I just have a soft spot for just... Oh, I screwed that up. But I just have a soft spot for him. I actually own all of the Mario cartoons, and Captain N, and the Sonic cartoons, all on DVD. You know, Captain N was certainly all over the place, like in episode, like, 5, or whichever it was with Bayou Billy. And they just forgot to put a background in. That was good quality. I'm not worrying about the picture sliding puzzle games. The Zelda cartoon, it it had potential, I guess. It could have been something cool. Yeah. I'm usually a little bit better at the, I think this is just, yeah. I'm usually a bit better at it, but a little rusty. I'll probably end up trying the one down here. Level 7. Is that the one with the spike tops? But this, you know, I think World 3 is a really interesting world because of the mix of water levels and land levels. And I just think going from, like, the shore to a little bit of the ocean and then back to the main line, I think it's just interesting that they had that kind of a transition. I waited too long. And I don't need that. I think there's a one up in there, but I can't get it now. Thought that might have been a multiple coin block, but it wasn't. Oh, no, that wasn't what I expected to do. Yeah. The auto-scrollers in this game are a little tame. World got more creative with them, but they're okay here. As always, they're just kind of slow, but I can handle them at least. It's like those in water levels. A lot of people just detest water levels in all video games. And really, the only time I can think of absolutely hating them, at least in old 2D platformers, was really Sonic 1. Labyrinth Zone is just... yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Like, Labyrinth Zone is just so slow. Oh yeah, it's Captain N. It's basically Nintendo games. Oh, episode. Oh yeah. So it was about Bayou Billy on the NES. It had like nothing to do with it. There's a scene with the alligator in the episode. It's supposed to be because it's in the bayou, and there's an alligator attacking one of the characters. And it focuses on the alligator, and there's no background. It's just a white panel behind it. So it's like going into another dimension. Oh, no, you're fine. Alrighty. Oh, that was kind of weird. I think these enemies are... the spike... no, spike tops, that's the enemies in, the underground levels. I can't... what are these called? I don't know. I know most of the enemies in, like, Super Mario World just because of the, cast roll at the end, where they list every single enemy. I was always confused at, like, Torpedo Ted. I was like, where's that from? And eventually I get, the, Soda Lake, which is the only level they're in, as far as I remember. These things, I don't know what their name is, but they're basically just boos that are attached to this platform, and they can be tricky, as you see. Yep, that that happened. That's how it happened. That's just how rushed it was. But again, like I can't hate it. I watched it. There's a sentient Game Boy as a character in the second season. Where is this? Oh, that's just a shortcut to take you in case you get a game over. Okay. I'll just see whatever I get here. Ah, almost had it. Like, I know the trick to it, but getting the timing down is what's hard. You basically have to watch it. I can get this without the vine. without divine intervention. And then here comes another one. The one in Super Mario 64 terrified me when I was a kid. I did not want to go into the water in Tiny Huge Island for so long when I was a kid. It just scared me, even though they tried to make it look funny with the sunglasses. I did not want to be eaten. That scared me so much. Okay. Oh, yeah. Holy crap. Did not... There's something in one of these. I remember. But, there it is. The freaking micro Goombas, though. Blue bob-ombs. That's something you don't really see anymore. Is there... Oh, yes, just... Oh. Get these out of the way. Let's see. Is that close? No, it's not close enough. Well, that was stupid of me. Is there any... No, there's no mushrooms there. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, I guess I can't. It's kind of awkward with Luigi's physics. Well, that's too far. I know I can't get that. Well, okay. I'll just... thought I was gonna get hit. Okay, there's the mushroom. Now... What's up here? One up. There we go. Now, here this goes into an underwater segment. And... I'm pretty sure... I just go there and that's the end, isn't it? Alright. Come on, cheeps. Get in the pipe. Okay. I know there's secrets, not secret, but there's, you know, some hidden stuff on the left. And, I just didn't feel like wasting all the time swimming all the way over there. Uh-oh. Why is my stream starting to die again? Hold on 1 second. Oh, well, it's... Let me check it. Real quick, hold on. Well, it's not outright dropping out. I probably need to start lowering my bit rate. But... I don't want to mess with that. So I probably won't be playing it for too much longer tonight. I'll probably do some of World 4, see how long that is. And that'll probably be it for tonight. We'll see. And then the king was turned into one of those dinosaurs from Super Mario World. I can't remember what that one exactly was called. It's been a long time. How was the quality? Because I'm just looking at my feed. It said that the video quality, it said it wasn't receiving enough video information for a smooth experience, and the viewers will have any buffering. Have you been experiencing any buffering? It's not like last night where it just outright said there's no video stream being sent, so that's something. But I think I probably have my bitrate too high, and it's probably just wrecking my connection. I'm still just trying to get adjusted to this, because I am very green with this, and I am not talking about Luigi. I'd like to be able to do this a lot longer. But if it gets to the point where it's disconnecting, I don't know what would happen if I would, like, stop streaming for a second, change my settings, and start streaming again? I don't know if that would just stop the whole thing. Yep. Like I said, when I'm small, I die. Oh. Okay. Let me check this again. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be having any other errors. Okay. Okay, I think I should be able to go on for a little while longer, because it doesn't... I'm looking through my list of errors, and there are only... Stream... Wait, what's this? Stream is healthy. Error... Yeah. Not receiving enough information for smooth, but it's not like last night where it outright was cranking out errors of there being no video information being sent at all. So, 'cause I had a friend who was watching it with me, and he said the whole thing just died. But I have no way of really knowing, because I'm playing this, and I just have the chat window out. And so I should probably ask around to see what I should do, so I can more closely monitor it. I thought I'd be able to use the, man, I gotta clear my throat. I thought I'd be able to use the, one of the YouTube's apps, either the YouTube or the YouTube Studio app that I recently installed, to check on my status, but I haven't seen a way to do that. I need to just get better at this. I need to learn more things about it. I know some people say it's good to have 2 monitors, but there's no way I could do that. Not in my current situation. Well, there's another world down. I want to try to do at least up to World 4. And then I'd have half the game done, and then I can do the other half, maybe all in one go tomorrow. I probably need to just lower the bit rate, because it's I have it up to like 3,000, but that's just too much. I think I'm only streaming at 480p. I just don't have much of a connection. I'm over Wi-Fi, and it's just my situation right now, so I'm not able to handle a whole ton. But I'm hoping with time I'll be able to get, like, maybe a better, stronger router and stuff like that. Ooh. What appeared? That happens a lot. Is it back here? Yep. Yeah. That king always looked like Mario. Where was the 10? Come on, I'm never gonna get these. I'm never gonna get... Okay, I think the 2 treasure chests are right next to each other, aren't they? Yeah, I was so close with the Wendy fight. Be careful. When you pinch Wendy's pennies, they pinch back. Yep. Okay. I always loved Big Island, as this world is called. There were 2 sets of world names. The original NES version just kept them the same as the Japanese one, which were a little more creative. I know there's a little bonus room. I'm trying to get everything out of the way. I can't hit these with my tail. I need to get the giant Koopa Troopa out of the way. And get this. Okay, okay, when it's off screen, I can't register it. There we go. Yeah. There's an episode of the Super Mario 3 cartoon where Mario and Luigi have to save Venice, Italy from King Koopa flooding the place. And at the end of the episode, it was revealed... Well, I can't really do anything here now. At the end of the episode, it was revealed that they had distant relatives who were from there. Hey, you! Well, I should have stayed on the cloud then, in this case. Man, the old days. The old days. Holy crap. I miss the old days. YouTube poops and all those crazy Hotel Mario and Zelda CDI videos. I made a few of them back in the day. I always wanted to make more, but I know it's like kind of a dead thing now. But, I guess something a little more relevant would probably be just like funny redubs and stuff, but that's just, you know, I don't really have enough inspiration for that. Yeah. It really was. Yes. Like the Super Mario 3 cartoon had like the whole real world thing, and it they went to Paris, France in the last episode. It was Super Koopa. That was actually kind of a cool idea, though. He got all of their powers, and it was interesting. I don't think I've seen that one. I did see the Mama Luigi one. That was pretty funny. But yeah, that's... I'm gonna have to check that out. I like those reanimated collabs. Man, I wish I had the means to be able to contribute to something like that. But I don't know anything about really doing animation. And that would take so much time. Oh man, there was one time, that took a while for that Hammer Brother, or Sledge Brother, to move into position. There was one time I played it years ago, and it just took absolutely forever to process. I thought it was gonna just soft lock, but it ended up sorting itself out. Oh, yes. I teach Vader. his Robotnik videos. He recently said that he was done making them. I think that was back during the whole Kappa stuff. And I ended up just downloading all of his Robotnik stuff. Those are amazing. Those are hilarious. I absolutely loved them. He had the whole subplot with Tails being Robotnik's son. I don't know. I don't really keep up with those. I'm gonna have to now. Here you go. Yeah, the Spike Tops. The Spike Tops. I was thinking of the name. Okay, I remember what I was thinking of. Those are the Spike enemies in Super Mario World. God, I remember that before. I had that on record and perpetually looked like a fool in front of the entire internet. Of course, not as if there's that wide of an audience for these at the moment, so that's not anything I really should be concerning myself with. Yes. I think he did one more video after he said he was going to quit, though. I'm not really sure. I haven't, ever since then, I just haven't really watched his, channel. I should always look back, though. I think he still does, like, the music video stuff. I can't remember, though. No, I'm thinking of, a later level where there's a hidden door in one of these underground secret areas. But that skips a chunk of the level. The only real hazard in it was the, walking flames. When I was a kid, the Boom Booms were the hardest things in the world. But, just now, let's just jump on them. Oh, I'm getting so many of the end spades, I can't remember what the actual requirement is for getting them. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. Z, man, I still remember when that was, being made years ago. I never like, I think I watched, like, 1 or 2 episodes. It's something I've always been wanting to go back to. It's something that you would think... Okay, where was that at? Where was that at? I keep doing the same thing over and over again! Oh... Yeah, Super Mario's... It's something that sounds really cringy when you mention it. Like Mario and Sonic in the style of Dragon Ball Z, but it was something that had a lot of passion and a lot of effort was put into. Let me try to get this. I just usually just get whatever on the first one. That way I can focus. I did that too early. Yep. Kind of looks like some weird burger or something. Oh, here's an interesting water level. And I thought I could hit that. And that was... Well, okay. Let's see what I can do here. Die, I guess. And I've got 28 lives! I don't want to waste anything here. I don't really need it. I mean, you only have so much storage space. I might as well use a mushroom at least. I'd lose it. And almost die. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm having a little more trouble with this level than I thought. Okay. I always loved the aesthetic of the underwater levels. Just the color choices is so relaxing in this version. Yeah, I remember it being pretty good. Like I said, it's been so many years, but everyone always talks highly about it. And a lot of people get nostalgic for it. I need to check it out. Oh, I didn't know that. That sounds really interesting. Alright, let's see if I can fight this Sledge Brother. Yeah, Super Mario Z is definitely something I want to check out at some point. There's another thing that, Final Fantasy, Sonic X, or whatever it was. That's something that, I thought, just when I heard the name, I just wrote off as garbage, but a lot of people like that. But, yeah, I don't really know much of that. I've seen a couple of people play that. For those, I think it's multiple games. I know X9 was something I learned about in a YouTube comment. I'm like, oh, there's 9 of them? But I know a lot of, there's a lot of, bad fan works out there, a lot of goofy things, but there's also a lot of things that are more interesting, and I always liked that. I used to play a lot of fan games and stuff back in the early 2000s. I actually had a whole hard drive filled with a bunch of them. There's a wide gamut of quality there. I have fond memories of playing a fan game called Wario Land 4-2, in which Wario was pursued by the Visor Man power-up from Wario Land 4, and it was turned into like a warrior of justice who was out to stop Wario in his crime sprees. And that was something. But, yeah, I had so many fan games downloaded. I actually found a link to all of them. I actually downloaded them all just for the sake of it, but I've never actually tried seeing if I could get them working on Windows 10. And then there's Mario Fan Game Galaxy. There's another one I used to play were the Mario's Mansion fan games. I don't remember much about them, but I remember I liked them back then. They were considered some of the higher quality ones at the time. And then I always thought these platforms looked kind of cool. I don't even think I need that. Yep, Luigi could just jump straight up there. Yeah, it's like on some Angel Fire. Is this scrolling down? I can't remember. I saw something up there. Oh, here we go. There's some area kind of like this in some later level that scrolls down. I think I'm thinking of something in World 5. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was like on some old Angel Fire website. I think it's like called JC Link or something like that. Yeah, Luigi makes a lot of things easier. I figured I'd be having a lot more difficulty trying to get through these levels with his physics, but so far it's been making it even easier. But it's different. It keeps it feeling fresh because it feels entirely different. I like that. I know the Game Boy Advance version changed that flashing to be just like a subtle gradient effect. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I remembered those not being finished or something. But again, I never really kept up too much with them, so all of the information out there would be very useful for my personal knowledge. I used to keep up with those, but it's been so long. I'm gonna have to start looking into some of this stuff again. Yeah, I remember that I actually bought... Well, I didn't buy it. I was young. I was only, like, 13. It was, like, 2003. Here we go. Tanuki. Where do I go after I hit the switch? Okay. I actually was so... Oh, I thought that was gonna be paid. I was so in... Oh, the homing bills. I was so into, Yeah, might have heard of that. I'm not sure. But anyway, I was so into all these fan games, I wanted to make my own. I actually got my parents to buy me Multimedia Fusion. Back in the olden days, I dabbled with it a little bit. And I also worked a little bit in Game Maker, but I never really did a whole lot. Hold on a second. That's fursuit. I was playing AI Dungeon a little while back, and it just out of nowhere just said, I was talking about my sister in the game, and it said, your sister's a fursuiter. I'm like, that's an interesting thing to bring up out of nowhere. These little corkscrew things, I've never been so skilled. I mean, I can jump on them, but I always felt like I should be able to get them to connect all the way to the other side, but there's just simply doesn't seem to be enough time to do that, or any real reason to do it. I think I don't even need to hit that. That'll be a downgrade. I missed that. I want to land on the Rocky Wrench with the statue. Oh yeah, that's probably the thing that was canceled that I was thinking of then. 'Cause I think there was 3 of them. I think it did conclude, didn't it? And then that collection thing was probably what I was reading was canceled. Alright, I think I need to hide out here. I think that's a pit down there. There we go. I don't want to lose this. because it's such a nice... Oh, no, it's not. It looks like it is, but it's solid ground. I think Luigi can reach this no problem. Yep. Land on this. And then the little, this is like a, like the, ropes, like the little things you'd see at, like, a movie theater. And also, it also makes me think of, the Phantom Ganon, fight in, Ocarina of Time. How it has those there. It's like this art display. That was something that was a really nice setting. There's also an Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask Redux hack that, yeah, Gurren Lagann. I remember for years I'd only watched, like, first half of the series. But then, around the time Bandai Entertainment, or whichever the US branch was, went out of business, and I bought a bunch of Gundam stuff, and then I bought Gurren Lagann. I finally watched all of it, and it was a classical Gainax anime. Okay, this level, when I was a kid, I never knew about the secret whistle, but let me get all this stuff. Oh, actually, it's way back there, isn't it? It's right at the start. But do I want to risk? Oh, it's right up here. Okay, now I remember. It's been a while. Oh, I see. Thanks for letting me know about that. I didn't know. I really think I need to start looking back up more into these fan games. Oh, yeah. I got completely off track. Yeah, there's a Redux hack of Ocarina of Time and Majora. I always have trouble getting this started. It's harder now with Luigi. I don't think I can do it. I might have to... I'm not even going to bother. It's going to take so much time to get that. But yeah, there's a Redux hack of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. They have the lot of quality of life features, like the boots being equipped to the D-pad. And faster text. Basically a lot of the stuff that was in the 3DS version. So I'm going to have to check those out. I'd like to be able to stream those at some point. Here, another end spade, and now watch, I'm going to make a complete fool of myself again. Okay. So that's there. There's this. Okay, where is... Oh, okay. That's here, right? Then this. Okay, I've got it solved. Whoops. There we go. Got the end spade cleared out, and then it resets, I think. So yeah, I was just going to go to World 4. I guess I'll just do World 5 then. Guess it's not too long. It's a lot of fun, too, so I'd like to do it now. Yeah, definitely. I really want to. I love the N64 Zeldas a lot. I know for the longest time, you know, Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII, back in the old days, were always compared. People would always debate which was the greatest game of all time. But then, because of that, they both developed, like, a kind of hater following. And, yeah. But they both, developed this big, like, hater following. Because the backlash of people constantly praising them, so... You got a lot of people saying how terrible Ocarina of Time is. Oh, did that just overwrite something? I think I'm already at maximum storage capacity. And, anyway. So, basically that's what I'm getting at is... Both Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time were both considered the greatest games of all time and the worst games of all time. And then, Ocarina of Time was remade on the, 3DS, and then Final Fantasy VII was now just recently remade. And I like both games. Yeah, that was very... I did it so much that I'm not even going to get the Karibo or Goomba shoe. I don't need it. It's faster to go without it, especially with Luigi's jumping. Although I should have checked. I should have checked to see how the physics worked with it. But it doesn't matter, the level's done. But, you know, there's a lot of really cool level ideas in this game. Stretching my legs out if it's sitting here so long. Well, I was just about to say how lucky that was, but then I stood there like a dork and let the Hammer Brother hit me. I need to check my storage. If I'm at full capacity, that just overwrote. Yep. I think that overwrote a Tanuki suit. So I wasn't paying any attention to what I was doing. I needed, like I said earlier, I usually never use my items, and now it's starting to come back and bite me in the sorry keister. I always like doing the somersault right as the color palette fades. I'll try to do this again. Doesn't really matter what I get. It was too late, wasn't it? Looks like it's got a handlebar mustache. Yeah, it's... Well, I think World 8 of Super Mario Bros. Is pretty hard. But I think this is probably harder. I might be a little bit better at it overall, but I would say it's probably harder. Just because it has a lot more in the way of hazards and level design to overcome. But then on the other hand, it does have easier controls. So, can Luigi make this without... almost. He can almost make it without... he still can't quite. But yeah, I think it's close, but this is probably a little harder overall. World 8 gets pretty hard. Yeah, lost levels. I don't know if I can make it up here with Luigi, because he does... Yeah, I don't have enough, I'm not gonna... Whatever. I don't care. I just don't have enough way to get speed because of his low traction. So it takes him too long to really get going. It really does change the game up quite a bit more than I expected to. I remember the really old days of ROM hacking, when all of the like Super Mario 1, 2, and 3 level editors were still relatively new. There was this one person, I don't have the foggiest idea of what his username was, but he made hacks of all of the games where he just called them hard type, and which, you know, makes me think of R-Type, which is another game I really like. I'd like to stream some shoot-'em-ups at some point. But, I guess that wasn't really necessary. I thought I remembered... Okay, I'm an idiot. That's, there's another fortress level. I don't care. I don't know where my stream's at. It's lagging. But yeah, now I've lost my train of thought. Oh well. Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought that yeah, I know what I was saying. I thought that the fortress was gonna unlock something in the clouds, but that was stupid to think that, because of course there's another fortress later on, and that does that. Oh yeah, okay, now I remember what I was saying. I always have a bad habit of... I don't know if I'd say a habit, but a bad problem of forgetting my train of thought. But I was talking about the hard types. And I remember them being just, like, just an attempt to make the games the same, but harder. But it was like Kaizo before there was Kaizo. Just putting enemies everywhere. And I specifically remember those because I remember the Super Mario 3 hard type hack had issues with using enemies where you shouldn't use them, where the graphics wouldn't be loaded right, and so there was just a ton of glitchiness. But I would like to see just straight up hacks that tweak the level design in a way. That was close. I almost fell right down that pit. But I'd like to see hacks that just take this, like, similar level design, but make them more challenging. Not quite lost levels, hidden exits to levels. But I mean, I guess people do that in Mario Maker, so I guess we've got ourselves covered on that front. This level has a Lakitu, doesn't it? No, oh yeah, okay. I was thinking backwards. I thought I had a Tanuki. So I'm not really paying that much attention. I'm trying to focus on a lot of things. Oh, now I'm getting the Tanuki. Now we're in business. I thought it was really cool the way Luigi's Tanuki suit in 3D Land was turned into, like, I guess it was more of a kitsune? Or a fox. That was a nice... Yeah, it was just... it was just luck. I landed, if it was Mario, I wouldn't have made that. Because Luigi's extra height made it just high enough to where I could land it. Okay, now I don't know anything's at. It's gonna take me a while to get the rest of these down. I'm like jumping on the very first frame. There. I overrode a P-Wing with a Tanuki. Well, they're both good, so I am gonna start using these things now. I'm not gonna... I've got so many things. Yeah. But I thought it was a nice way to give Luigi a little bit more of his own identity. But I kind of also wish that there was a little more of that in maybe some other power-ups, but I don't know how you could really do that. I mean, maybe they could... Oh, well, there goes that. I should have just stomped down on it. I wasn't thinking about that. That's what it's for. If maybe Luigi's firepower could be the NES Super Mario 3 one where it was orange and red. Maybe they could just do other little things like that to give Luigi a little bit more of a identity with the power-ups. But I don't know, I think it's more like the full suit things are really the only way you could, like, realistically do it. So I think that was a good choice. Well, heck, I mean, they did do it with the Raccoon Tail 2 in the new Super Mario 2. They made that, like, more of a foxtail, didn't they? And I did it again! I did it again! I'm not paying attention! I just lost! Oh. Okay. You either use it or lose it now. I cannot believe I did that! Oh, hey, that just gives me more an excuse to use more of my inventory. I'll just say I did that on purpose. Actually. Yes, that does help. In the rare case where... Oh man, Luigi's physics make this so much harder here, because he slid right off. The invincibility time in the game is so short, compared to almost every other Mario game. But I mean, at least you get the cool somersault jumping out of it. Okay, this is probably going to be hard. But yeah, I should be able to finish this world. And then I'll have the game basically half done. Do I have any other stars? Yes, I do. Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it. That makes sense. Okay. This level usually is pretty hard anyway. But now that I'm in less control... I thought that was gonna hit me. I'm just gonna wait for it to come back down again, then go. It's like what the fireballs are called, Podoboos. I can't remember. Game theory. Alright, there's another fortress down. I haven't really kept up with game theory for a very long time. I remember people were complaining about him doing like a bunch of like Five Nights at Freddy's theories and kind of selling out, but I wouldn't know. But even then, I think a lot of people probably took him a bit too seriously. But I don't know. Like some of it, like I remember a lot of fans of Sonic got really upset at the Mario's Faster Than Sonic one, but I never really put too much stock into it. It was just a fun video, as a lot of videos should be. But I guess there are always people that always take people's theories as gospel. So I just wouldn't know. I just always try to look at things from multiple sides, so as to avoid infuriating people and alienating them. Everyone makes game theory jokes these days. This level is... I think this introduces that... I don't know what the enemy's called, but the one that... It's like a bomb that spits fire. It's crazy, I'm a big fan of the game, but I never really learned many of the enemy names. So I just play the game and... But these enemies used to annoy me in the old days. I always liked the Sky World. I just love the aesthetic. There we go. You know, the spiny eggs look kind of orange in this version of the game. Oh, here we go. Let's watch me struggle with this for another minute. Okay, I can't remember what was what. I have to get something down. Okay, I remember that last time. Come on, give me something. Alright, here we go. Please. I didn't mean to even get that. Whatever. Now. What the hey. I'll do level 6 first. Another auto-scroller. I usually skip this. Oh, this has the Parabeetles. Speaking of which... I remember fondly the mock-up screenshots on the back of the NES, the North American NES box, that showed a level that doesn't exist with a bunch of Parabeetles. So I tend to think of that first when I think of these enemies. I think actually the interesting thing about it was they were green. There's no green ones in this game, I don't think. Here. Ah! How in the world did I do that? Oh, hey, you know what? That was on purpose. I did that so that I could clear up inventory space. That's why I did it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that! I pressed the wrong button! No! No! Well, hey, you know what? You know what? Oh, no, if I go back, if I go back. Oh, I was going crazy, I got careless. I didn't even know I had that highlighted. I don't want to. If I go back here, I'm gonna have to do the whole world over again. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to live up to my mistake. I'm gonna have to go straight to World 6. Oh no. I'm gonna have to go straight to World 6 now. I did not mean to do that at all. I was completely backwards. I pressed B thinking it was like NES because I wasn't paying any attention because I was goofing off. It doesn't matter. I'll do at least up to the fortress of this world now, because I was gonna stop at when I got to World 6, so I'll just even out the time with just doing up to the fortress. I think that'd be a good stopping point for tonight. But I definitely there's no reason for me to skip that. I was on like right onto the last level. Yeah, it was just the level 6, I think it was, in the fortress. Not the fortress, the castle and the airship, but yeah. Whatever, it would have only been a couple minutes. I'll just do up to the fortress here. I think that'll be alright. It'd be a bit of a goofy playthrough, but... yeah, well, at least that makes me feel less of a fool. I guess I played the NES one too much. It was muscle memory. I was pressing B to close the inventory. I could have just went back and done all of World 5 again, but that would have been... that would have been very boring and very drawn... Ow! Yeah, I was only doing it just, for the sake of getting it. Okay, A. I was making sure that I didn't have any things. I'll actually do this. This makes short work of the Hammer Brothers. I mean, I could usually take them out, but I want to keep my... There we go. That works. And I'll do both of these surrounding levels. I'll get the Hammer Brothers suit from the Toad house. Then I'll do the fortress. And then I think that'll be it for tonight. And I should be able to easily fit the rest of the game in a stream tomorrow. Whoa, there's something up there I forgot about. Yes! Yahoo! Mario Kart 64! I love the use of purple skies for icy levels. American Mario 2 did that. And it's World 4, I think it was. I always loved that. Always so nice. Always get the coins. But I mean, I've got more lives than I know what to do with. But then again, I guess it's good insurance in case I do something really foolish again. So, like, probably about to do right now. Yes, like right now. I wasted that. I wasted that. I'm wasting so much time. I don't need to waste any more of my items. Not used to doing this late, but... Okay, just fall off the ledge. That's nice, just fall off the ledge. I've never had that happen to me before. I don't know. I basically just fell off of a pit. I took a leap of faith with the Tanuki suit. Landed right in the pit, just like I thought I would. I just did it intentionally. It wasn't an accident. I mean, I could also go the Dark Side Phil route and just blame it on Miyamoto. That would be nice. That would get me more popular. Okay. There we go. I could try. I usually stream later at the night just because, my family usually has me drive around a lot during the day to, like, get food and to get other things. Of course, it's a lot less now because of the virus going on. I might be able to do something. There we go. I've got a whole page open. I want to be able to do it earlier. Maybe around 8 or 9, maybe. I might be able to pull that off. We'll see. And it also depends on just everything going on. I've got a couple of cats who are both just going through some health issues at the moment, and I gotta run to the store and get stuff for them. But that should all be easy to manage. So, yeah, I'll try to do it earlier. Just trying to do it consistently, but earlier would be better. It'd be a lot easier for other people to watch instead of being so late. What's convenient for me isn't always convenient for other people, so... I should be able to. I'll try. Anyway. Okay. I don't remember... I don't remember a whole lot of this level, so I don't know how close I am to the end. Yes, they're good felines. But, I mean, they're getting old. One of them is just getting old, the other is got dental problems, but... I mean, at least the dental problems shouldn't be a big issue, but... I try not to get too upset, because I know that things should work out. Here we go. This level shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I'd like to stream early. I think I will. Well, it just depends. I can't promise, but I'll try. I actually was, a day or two ago, going to stream at 5 because I had a friend who was going to do a Discord call with me. We were going to comment on the lost levels together. I was going to play as Luigi, and we were going to do commentary together. But that fell through because of stuff going on with the family. But everything's turning out a lot better lately, so I'm hopeful. Yeah, another easy fortress level down. So yeah, I think this is as good a place as any. Let me just go see the rest of the map. I think I'll do the card games first, and then after that I'll be ending tonight's stream. I'm very glad to have people watching this. It's nice. I certainly don't want to sell out and become a Fortnite streamer. I certainly don't want to do something like that. It's low-hanging fruit. I just want to do what I want to do, and if it doesn't get the biggest numbers in the world, that's fine. I don't have any delusions of grandeur. I don't have anything like that. I just want to do it because it's fun, and that was so close to getting it. Okay, I appreciate everyone for staying with me through this. Yeah, I thank you all for, let me save and quit. I thank you all for hanging out with me. This has been a lot of fun. I want to continue doing this. There we go. Save at World 6, although, I mean... Now that I think about it, when it saves, it's like when you get a game over in the original. So, I'll have to redo 2 of the levels, but I have the gate cleared, so that's that. Yeah, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out, and I plan on doing this. I want to keep doing this. I admit, after what happened last night with the stream literally collapsing, I felt kind of discouraged, but I figured, you know, I don't really have a whole lot of other stuff to do right now, and this is a good way to, you know, get my mind off of stuff, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And I appreciate you guys staying here with me, even through me doing some really stupid things, but it was a good time, and I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll be able to see you all tomorrow, maybe earlier. We'll see. So, good night, and I will see you when I see you.